Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Husna binti Muhammad Zaid, number metric 059285, and I and my team will present about modern philosophy and Francis Bacon. First thing first, introduction of modern philosophy. In the medieval era, emphasized the dominance of religion in shaping scientific and philosophical thought. It discussed the limited scope of philosophical inquiry. Additionally, it highlights the emergence of factors leading to societal revival and recovery and sparking call for revolution. And it's led to a demand for freedom of thought and a redefinition of rights. Modern philosophy not only concerned with nature but also with the individual. It emphasized the liberation of the individual minds from the influence of the modern movement. The point is, this movement is the establishment of the individual rights to independently access and critique matters without external control. The intellectual awakening has affirmed that the individual mind should be the primary determinant for the development of modern philosophy. And there is two philosophers behind this. These two philosophers share common goals but different in their approach to achieving them. Francis Bacon believed that knowledge is derived solely from observing the external world and experiencing phenomena, founder of experimental philosophy, but from Descartes recognized the mind as the source of knowledge, providing information independent of the external world, which inform us through the sense, founder of the new rational philosophy.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name Nur Akila binti Muhammad Jaafar, metric number 059329. Today I will present about the life of Francis Bacon. Bacon was born on January 22, 1561 at York House, London, England, as the younger son of Sir Nicholas Bacon and Lady Anne Bacon. Francis Bacon's father, Sir Nicholas Bacon, was a prominent statesman, politician and lawyer during the reign of Queen Elizabeth I. Sir Nicholas was known as a highly educated and influential figure. Francis Bacon's mother is Lady Anne Bacon, also from a noble family. She is known as an intelligent woman and has an interest in literature. Therefore, the life or story of Francis Bacon is always closely related to the environment of his educated and influential family. Next, education. Francis Bacon began his early education at home, and he showed early intellectual talent. At the young age of about 12, Bacon began his studies at Trinity College, Cambridge. After graduating from Cambridge, Bacon continued his legal education at Gray's Inn, a legal institution in London. His studies at Gray's Inn gave Bacon a true knowledge of the law, which later aided his legal and political career. Bacon also had a deep interest in language and literature apart from law and politics. About his career, which is as a politician and philosopher. Firstly, as a politician, Bacon began his political career during the reign of Queen Elizabeth I. In 1584, Bacon was elected to Parliament, and he began to build a reputation as a brilliant orator and lecturer. Bacon achieved several high offices, including Attorney General in 1603. The peak of his political career was when he was appointed Lord Chancellor in 1618. In 1621, Bacon was involved in a corruption scandal and received bribes. This has led to the decline of his political career and his resignation. Next, as a philosopher, Bacon made a great contribution to philosophy, especially in the development of scientific method and empirical thought. His work His work Novum Organum emphasized the importance of observation and experimentation in science. This work combines elements of philosophy and practical wisdom.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I would like to continue the presentation about Francis Bacon. As we all know that Francis Bacon is an influential philosopher, statesman and scientist. He had a complex relationship with Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex. Their story steeped in friendship, politics and tragedy. It all started when he started his career, but before that many things has already happened that brought him with Robert Devereux. In 1597, he received news about his father's sudden death and necessitated him to return to England. And seriously, the situation really influenced his fortunes. And after that, he found himself penniless. And despite his age, Francis Bacon tried to find a way to live sufficient life. Fortunately, Francis Bacon got a place in the House of Commons as a member for Cornwall in 1581, and because of that he was able to return to Gray's Inn and complete his education. And after that he was appointed as an outside barrister, and then he continued his career and reached his peak when he was invited to join the Privy Council, and a year later he reached the same position as his father before, which is Sir Nicholas, and the position is Lord Keeper of the Great Seal. And at that time, Francis Bacon and the Earl of Essex became friends. Both of them were involved in the court of Queen Elizabeth I in England. However, their friendship faced challenges as Essex became more ambitious and sought greater influence at court. Despite their differences, Bacon remained loyal to Essex, trying to guide him in matters of state. And after that, there's many things that happens in Francis Bacon's life that also put him in a serious scandal and led him to his other passions, which is the philosophy of science. And that was the same year that he was accused for accepting bribes. And actually, Francis Bacon was used as a scapegoat to protect the Duke of Buckingham from public hatred. He was found guilty and imprisoned. And after that, he was released and he retired so that he could focus on the philosophy of science. And to complete his experiment, he bought a chicken and he stuffed the chicken with snow. While he was engaged directly with the snow to carry out the experiment, he was affected with a fatal case of pneumonia, and after that he died. Lastly, as we can see, many centuries after his death, people still study about him, about his name and about his story. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Nurhan Shafiqah binti Muhammad Yusof, number metric 059130. Okay, now I will continue to our presentation about Macaulay Bacon. Apart from his practical life, he was a thinker, author, and the most beautiful literary production range of essay. He wrote this essay in perfect method until it came in the beauty of its pronunciation and the majesty of its meaning, a rare, precious collection of the most wonderful things that human thought has produced since its inception until today. He achieved the originality of what Shakespeare wrote in writing. There are three types of writing, as Francis Bacon said: a book that you can just taste with your tongue, you try to chew to the spit it out again, and some of them are small enough to be chewed and digested. The collection of essay represents its belief. God gives us the intellectual, and this intellectual alone is enough to organize. We do not need any expression of regulation, and because of the people claim his atheist.
For the conclusion, Francis Bacon's life was connected with his educated family background. His education provided him with a strong grounding in law and science. Bacon's contribution to philosophy, especially in the development of scientific method and empirical thought, leave a strong impact and continues to be significant. Relationship with Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex, and his sustainability impact on the philosophy of science solidify his legacy as an influential figure in the history of Western thought. Francis Bacon's contributions have made a lasting impact on the intellectual landscape. His method, approach to scientific inquiry have played a significant role in shaping modern thought and governance. His work, known for their profound reflections on the human condition, remain a source of inspiration for scholars and thinkers worldwide. Bacon's writing provides valuable insight into the purpose and value of literature, emphasizes their works for deep study and contemplation, and Bacon's intellectual legacy continues to enrich and enlighten the global scholarly community. That's all from us. Thank you.